and this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to be doing a top list, but this one's going to be on a top 5 because I couldn't think of 10 that could fit in today's subject, and that one being is video game music that are so bad, but good. So I'm sure this should be easy to know. It's, video game songs that are, that are not really good, or, they're just really weird, or they just don't suit the game at all, but yet, for some reason, you just happen to listen to them, and then you're like, for some whatever reason, I like this. I know we all have this with other medias, just like with movies, there's The Room, which is so bad but good, and then with other video games, there's The Sniper 2 on PS2, and then Big Rigs Over-the-Road Racing on PC. So yeah, it's like that, but for video game music, and to be honest, this one was really hard to narrow it down, but I eventually did it, and like I said, I had to do it to a top 5, which works, because that means that the video probably won't be nearly as long, but either way. So without further ado, let's get started on this shit list, or good list, or I don't know what the fuck you'd call it. So at number 5, we have Xenoblade Chronicles X, NLA at Night. Okay, so the music in this game is generally pretty good, but this song on the other hand, when I first heard it when I played the game, I was like, what the funk is this? So for one, this song just feels really out of place compared to every other song in the game. But also that beginning part just really cracks me up every time I hear that I just can't take this shit seriously at all. But surprisingly enough, the more you listen to the song and the more you hear the later on parts, it actually does sound pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And this is coming from someone that's not a huge rap fan. So yeah, it's mostly the beginning part of the song that really makes it sound really bad, but at the same time, for some reason, I kinda like it. And as for number 4, we have the main menu theme of Cho Aniki on PS1 and the Sega Saturn. It's been a long time since I've talked about this one, since I did review it many years ago, but yeah, this game is probably the most 100% manliest game ever. But as manly as this game is, it's still not nearly as manly as whatever the fuck shit this album is. But anyways, this song is really fucking weird, which does suit with the game because, this game is just really fucking weird. But the one thing about this song that always did interest me was the fact that it almost sounds like a YouTube poop from 2008. So it really makes me wonder if all the YouTube poops that we see that are making fun of, songs and whatnot, I wonder if they took it all from this game. Probably not, but either way, I'd like to think so. But as you hear more of the song, and you start to realize that the beat in the background is surprisingly really catchy, and that's why I do kinda like this one, despite its weird fuckularness. And as for number 3, we have LSD Dream Emulator with Natural World Human C. Man, it's always great to talk about this game again, and of course, now that the names of the songs are actually named now, rather than being track 1, 2, 3, and so on. So yeah, I've talked about this game many times in the past, and I do really like it, and of course the music in the game is really weird as you would suspect, but there is also a lot of good tracks in the game, and this weird one that we're talking about is one that I really don't know what to make of it. I mean, it has the same beat as another song in the game that I really do like, but it just sounds a lot more weirder, and for some reason, I keep hearing the word dap and whenever the noise makes. You'll hear it in just a second, but yeah, I guess the only thing I can say is that because drugs. And as for number 2, we have Deadly Towers with Maze 5. Oh wow, that's another game that I also haven't talked about in a long ass time. So yeah, Deadly Towers on the NES is one of those games that gets a lot of shit, and I can see why. The game is definitely not a good game, but for some whatever reason, I do kinda like some aspects of it. But with that said, I don't think the game is like good, but I don't think the game is absolutely horrible, because I do think it is at least better in every way possible than games like Karate Champ or Action 52 or any other that garbage. But anyways, as for the music, yeah, the music in this game also does get a lot of shit, and I think one of the biggest reasons is that whenever you go from like one screen to another screen, the song like cuts out and like starts all the way back over again, so you're gonna like get really annoyed of it really quickly. So I do agree with that, but however, I do find that some of the music in this game is oddly kind of catchy to me. I know this is very unpopular, trust me, I'm well aware of this, but I just have to say it. I actually do find that the music in this game, despite that one issue, I do kind of like it. As for the number 1 spot, we have Persona 2 Eternal Punishment with Persona Rock. Now, I've said it many times in the past before, but the music in the SMT series is just fucking awesome, especially the ones in the Persona series. But this song right here is the perfect mixture of so bad it's good. So the good thing that I do like about this song is that it's basically like a heavy metal like guitar riff song, which is awesome and I love it. But the part of it that really makes it bad is the singing in it. Yeah, it's one of those songs that has lyrics in it. So not only is the singing in it just sound really bad, but also, like, you can barely understand what the fuck he's saying. But another good thing I will add is that it does kind of give me a little bit of a Daytona USA vibes. So yeah, this song is definitely guilty pleasure. I know it's definitely not a good song, not by any means, especially compared to many other songs within the SMT games, but for some reason, I just can't help but listen to it and just rock the fuck out. That is my list of video game songs that are so bad, but good. So what are some songs from video games that you guys consider to be really bad, but yet you find them to be strangely good? I'm sure there's plenty out there that I didn't mention that could be really interesting. So anyways, with that said guys, thanks for watching and commenting, and have yourselves a great day.